I figure probably 100, 200 more would do it. Not that I can be that accurate. So we'll do the best we can. But there are subtle differences to the 17 yard, but for the most part the layout is approximately the same. So okay, we got 1500 done. A little bit more than I really wanted. Back she comes. Go to the last half. Make sure we get it all. Wasn't quite as accurate as I wanted it. Okay. There we go. That bit, there's a little bit at the top. Bit there. Okay, any bits we seem to have missed. Looks like a shadow from a tree. As does that. Okay. Fold that up and drop that way down the hill. Okay. Now we can take this back to the store, because we're done with it. So the next thing we will need is a seeder. It requires less than 175 horsepower to run. Also need some seed to fill it with. I don't have anything to transport seed or stuff to the yard at the moment. Okay, so we can return that. Hang on, how long did we have it for? We only had it for half an hour. Yeah, well. Okay, seeders, what do we want? 180 horsepower, 3 meters, yet not. 3 meters, 110 horsepower. Seed only. Seed only, that's cultivate and stuff, 108 horse. I might just go for this thing. I've kind of been avoiding using it. That's 180 horse, that's 270, that's 100. It's only 150. It's expensive though. And 12 meters. That's the thing I use in law folds. And it's only a seeder. It can't do cultivating, and it doesn't do fertilization either. That's huge. Also huge. Didn't realise that the horsepower requirement on that was that low. 420, 270, 450. Seed tanks, those are the big things. Okay, that's 3 meters. That's 4 meters. That's 3 meters. That's 12. 320 horse, 300 horse. 110, 3 meters. Does the cultivating does not do anything else. 120 for 3 meters. Once again, just seed. Lemken. Just seed. Tiny tank. That's the problem. 600 litre tank. It's no good. Pottinger 300, also with a tiny tank. I think I'm buying this, which is fine. I mean, I used it a lot in 17 on my smaller farms. Not that any were published online, so no biggie there. But oh, I've got the weight on the front. Darn. Oh well. And 1500 litres of seed. We are going to need to buy 2 bags. Okay. So we're going to have to leave our weight here. I didn't think ahead. Which one? Oh, this one. Yeah, the only problem is it's 270 horsepower. My tractor's only 175. And you saw the struggle I had hauling up some of the hills on those fields where with a full spreader. I mean, on map, if I was playing on a flat map, I could actually consider that somewhat, but oops. But on a map like this, with the hills and stuff going on, yeah, that doesn't work too well. And we will put the weight over here. And we'll come back and get it later when we're picking up the next thing. I'm sure we're going to be here quite frequently at the moment. Let's pitch that on the front and load it up with seed. I mean, that's the nice thing about this unit, is it does have a big seed tank. It doesn't cultivate, but I am thinking about buying a cultivator. I leased the plough to plough the fields initially, and we will because we only need to plough the fields after corn, potatoes, sugar cane, maybe sugar beets, and we're not planning on planting any of those anytime soon. I should probably put the blinky lights on since we're running a wide load here. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, since I really have lost my train of thought. But, oh yes, so since we're not planning on planting corn or any of those crops, I do not need a plough full time. But since the fields were neglected to start off with, I think they're the only fields on this map that were actually in that bad a state. If I buy any other fields, they seem to be all limed and ploughed and quite happy. So we needed the plough initially, but from here onwards, since this, under 250 horsepower, I'm really not looking at a planter that can cultivate as well. So we will need to go back to the store. Got a big area here we can put stuff. Don't know what stuff yet. I'll put this back here for now. Sorry about that. Put that down too. I'm going to put the bucket on the rack. Oops. I'll try and put the bucket on the rack. Here we go. Okay. The other thing I did want to check. Oh, that's what we got. T7 is a big tractor. T7's 240,000. How much was the 6? 102. So yeah, even with an upgraded engine, we're nowhere near 240. There is a mod. Let's It's only 163 and already starts at 240. Attaches engine. Or we can even drop it to 190. Hold on, that's... Oh right, okay. So 240, it's 188 with the 240 engine. You can go 170 or 190. 171,000. Oh, we can go Fiat Agri. Ah. Just a minute, I don't tell the difference there. Design colours, chrome. Attachers, front weight, front attacher, standard. What else can you do? Wheels, wide, twins, narrows, rear narrows, twin narrows. Ooh. Michelin's, Nokian. This has potential. Depending on what size engine. Fiat Agri, New Holland Fiat Agri. New Holland Ford. New Holland Ford. Huh. So yeah, that's a possibility for a heavy tractor, a cheap heavy tractor. But I still can't reach 270 horsepower for a Pronto. So, back to the store. Plus the large tractors don't allow me to have front loaders, and one of the things we need is a front loader. So this works well enough for now. R has a front loader of 6M. Oops. Let's lift that off the ground a bit. We could take a look at that, I guess. Believe they're mediums. 6M. Configuration, standard, front weight, standard. When you're in standard mode, you can put a front loader on it. The 6R is back here. Oh, it does allow a front loader. But again, we're up at 228,000, which is kind of a problem. While I was there, I'm not going to bother getting out, but we need a pallet fork. We'll drive on the grass, why not? that. Keep going forwards. Because while we're here, we can get our weight home too. And we'll grab the pallet and take that home with us as well. So the building is in the way. I think we need the longer forks for this thing. Oh no, that works. Okay, I'll head back to the yard with the rest of the seed. We'll grab the lime from the back road as well. We'll find somewhere to put them on. And that puts all our equipment back at the barn. We have still 298,000 money. I need to lift that off the back. Is that what the problem is? So the front yard I'm going to do grass. Which will save trying to work a harvester around it. But I don't think we're going to make much in the way of grass this year. Unless I buy a field. And then the other fields will plant a mixture of wheat, barley, oats and canola, possibly soybeans as well. Okay, here we are. I think. Did I just drive past my yard? I did drive past my yard, didn't I? That's how much I was paying attention. Yeah, that looks better. And there's our bag of lime. So again, we'll put our stuff in this little wooden shed thing. Oh, can't I see outside because I'm not outside? There we go. Oops. There we go. Forwards go. Touching that thing already. No. Indeed. far as channel support goes, I prefer recommendations of people I know, as opposed to random people turning up and saying, hey, I can do stuff. Okay, so we'll put the lime in that shed too. Plunk the lime down here. Now, I'm not going to be using any solid fertilizer because our seeder doesn't use it. So the only other things we're likely to be buying for that is liquids fertilizer and herbicide. Did I do that? Actually, not bad. Okay. Drop the fork. Back up. And drop the arm there. Forwards. We'll drop the weight off as well. Okay. I'm going to go out and have a look at the front yard. So I really would like. Now, something I found out today, watching Farmer Klein, using this tool here costs money. And that didn't tell me anything. Seriously, tell me something. There we go. So, 0% moisture in the crops, that's obvious because there aren't any, and 10% moisture in the ground. Now, when we go here, we are in day 3. We can plant wheat, barley and canola based on ground temperatures, potatoes and sugar beets, poplars and grass. Now, where's the next thing? Oh, here we go. So today, precipitation 0%. There is 80% chance of precipitation on Friday. Crops, drought resistance, cotton, sunflowers, soybeans, corn, oilseed radish, poplar, grass. So, potential for frost damage increases as air temperature falls below 0 C. Potential for drought damage increases when the soil water content is below 12%. So, our soil moisture content is 10%. Which means we kind of want to avoid anything that has no drought resistance at all, because it will fail to germinate, or parts of it will fail to germinate. So while I could plant wheat, barley and oats based on, and canola based on the temperature, they're not going to like the fact that the ground's not wet. But grass we can do. oilseed radish we could do. I don't know how long it would take the oilseed radish to pop before before we could get on with planting the actual cash crop. The other thing I found out was apparently chainsaws also cost you money to use as well. So let's go get the seed tank and seeder, and we'll definitely plant some grass in the front field, but we'll possibly delay planting anything else until late spring, which is a little depressing. So what I might do is get this done, then we'll look at the contracts around.